Hi Aquarius, hi, this is Marta with Universal Power Tarot, and these messages we bring you here are supposed to encourage, elevate, and empower you guys. Hey Aquarius, how are you doing? I hope everyone is safe and well. All right. Oh man, thank you so much for your love, your subscriptions, your likes, shares, your beautiful comments. It's just wonderful. If you would like to win the August free 20-minute private reading with Spirit and myself, please drop something encouraging in the comment section for other people to read, for the collective. They may need it. Just that person that only you talk to could be the one that you can make happy. So make them happy, please. If you can and feel so inclined. Oh, whoa! Make them happy, please, hey? And this is your second card. It's a general reading, and they kind of come out tumbled. That's what I'm noticing already. It's kind of like upside down-ish. All right, yeah. Upside down-ish. It's a general reading. Please only take what resonates and leave the rest behind, because that means it's for somebody else, okay? It's not gender specific, nor is it time specific. It's not date specific either. I already said that. I feel like I'm stumbling upon my words. It's kind of weird. Really weird. So there must be something in there for some of you, for sure, where you feel like you're stumbling upon your words, or maybe you feel like you've organized everything and then all of a sudden things, although you had properly organized them, just don't come out the way they're supposed to, or you're used to doing things a certain way, and although you've done them a million times, they still don't work out that way all of a sudden, because your mind is either on overload or is just doing something else and not cooperating with you here, which is interesting, right? This is really interesting. And yeah, screw the intro. Most of you are watching tarot and know the tarot, so you know the deal. All right, so let's hop in, shall we? It's like really, really funky. By the way, if you would like to have a look over on Instagram at Universal Power Tarot, I post the pictures of the readings as well as a description and the picture of the extended for you to look at if you are unsure whether you should proceed with your extended reading or not. It's a good time to look at Instagram, right, and find out a little more. Yeah, and also with the pictures, they may give you like little intuitive nudges when you look at them, because they never come quite out the same way. I hope I can keep it together. It's kind of weird when my mind isn't cooperating properly. All right, let's hop in. Wow, the Emperor, exactly. And that's he who has everything together, right? Everything. And it's not gender specific, so she who has everything together, right? And that's exactly that, having a grip on everything, having to organize everything, and knowing how everything works, right? Because they've been there, they've done that. You've been there, you've done that, Aquarius, and you accumulated quite the wealth for yourself. And you're also making sure the ones around you are taken care of as well, right? That's what this is denoting to here. But I feel kind of chaotic regardless with that. Plus he's looking like outside of the reading, so I feel this must be like some kind of a, like this is how you know yourself, right? To be really organized, to be really, excuse me please, oh my goodness, what a reading, what is happening? Jesus, I am so sorry. Oh my God. So this is how you know yourself, right? As the Emperor here. This is Aries energy, by the way. So very, well, you got your stuff together, right? You really do. And all of a sudden, there seems to be a really like tumultuous kind of an energy where it's not clear what is actually meant by what is happening. What is the outcome here? Where is the way exactly? And usually, again, as you have the hawk on your shoulder here, it's like you have the overview usually. And usually the Aquarius readings are so cool because they're so out there and so organized every time, right? It's very interesting and very on point, I feel. And this one is kind of scattered. So, and next out is the Ten of Pentacles. But weirdly enough, again, like we said, you must be well off in some areas of your life. Could be monetary, where you're just so structured and you have that stability. But somehow, and that card, mind you, came out like this. So in the reverse, but I don't really read reversals because they will let me know the meanings of the cards regardless, and I don't have to like read reversals per se. But it's interesting that that should be upside down. Like we said earlier, things are kind of turn around here for you, kind of upside down here for you. Could be in a relationship. Maybe you're not feeling so stable right now, Aquarius. And I'm sorry you feel that way. I'm sorry you're going through this right now, right? With saying that, that really helps. Like acknowledging, hey, let's take a step back here. Really, says Aquarius, let's really take that step back here. It's important to acknowledge that that's okay too, right? Take your foot off the gas here, Aquarius. It's okay to feel that way. Sometimes we just need to have some ice cream and chocolate chips in there and you know, French fries and spend a day on the couch, or get like whatever you desire, right? And forget about that structured kind of a lifestyle that you're used to. You'll come back to that in no time. It just feels like really you need to take some time off here from yourself, from a situation, from a relationship possibly. It doesn't mean you have to end it. It just means take a step back and just do you for a little bit, right? Let the inner child decide what to get at the supermarket, right? And not the adult. just take whatever you need right now. That's the way I feel about it. Yeah, and with the 7 of rods here, 7 of wands, those are obstacles, right? And we've been talking about those. But this card is also talking about that you're so strong and that you're very well able to like manage to jump over those obstacles or crawl underneath or whatever you have to do. You're quite resourceful. Oh my gosh, my words. Resourceful Aquarius, right? Very resourceful and been there, done that, the whole shebang, right? And it's okay to not know everything, to not have the answer to everything, at least for a day, right? And just do whatever you need to do. Go to, I don't know where you go to nature, do your thing, really, and let it go. Just let it go for a second here, Aquarius. Yeah, because you seem to have been on fire and really determined, like, to get the order back. Do you see this, how structured everything is? Really determined. You're like, I'm gonna do this regardless. Spirit, you can put as many obstacles in front of me as you wish to, because I'll persist. I'll pursue what I'm burning for. I'll pursue on my path here, says Aquarius. And the funny thing is here, though, we kind of had a similar theme running through Scorpio reading, which was interesting. Where it's like, yeah, but Spirit's got the longer breath. It's kind of like that. And it's very admirable that you would still persist and still keep going after so many obstacles, right? And that you're still there. And Spirit's kind of like that, sitting up there like, wow, that's impressive. It's impressive stuff what Aquarius is doing here. And it is, that's what it feels like too, right? But there's a need to really like take a time out. Take a time out. And because there is something in that time out, there's something in that taking time and just letting loose that is important. And Spirit has been trying to get you to this point, but you've been so persistent to make it, so persistent to get there, and you will get there. Promise. This is the promise here with the 7 of Wands. You will get there too. But that little seeming detour, or that what seems like giving up, or giving up for a day, right? It's just a step, take a step back, like really get back and recharge, because there is something in there, in that recharging, in that stepping back from what it is that you're actually like very keen on doing here. There is something in that. And I feel like there's an obstacle coming. If it hasn't been there yet, that's going to make you do this. It's like almost like the straw that broke the camel's back. but it's not so drastic. So it's nothing to be afraid of at all. It's just like where you're just like, oh my God, F everything. It's like, F everything. I've had it. It's like that kind of an energy. It's so interesting. And of course, annoying, right? Very annoying. And with the Five of Swords here, that's ego games. That could be a person or a situation that really did that for you, that brought that kind of energy in where you're just like, oh, pff, all right, whatever. It's that kind of an energy, whatever. I have Headfog, says Aquarius. I really don't want to do this right now, and rightfully so. And Spirit's encouraging that. They're like, yes, that's the right way to go, right? If someone tricked you or perceived you in any kind of a way, played ego games with you and on you, because that's that obstacle here. That's that last thing where you're really like, okay, now I've had it. I've really, really had it. Haha. And now they want to read, because in the pre-shuffle, of course, as you know, I already pre-shuffled all of your cards. And in your pre-shuffle, Guardian Angel cards came out. And this is for right now. There's another one for the extended. And this one says peace. Calm your thoughts and move your awareness to a peaceful space inside your heart. Feel the ebb and flow of love, the eternal movement of the stars. Your life is forever unfolding to greater spheres of love. Relax and do not worry about anything, for all is well. You will soon enter a time of well-earned peace and tranquility. I love how they let me know, and it just so perfectly fits your story here, which is awesome. Yeah, really awesome. I'm gonna switch to the Wildwood Tarot. Thanks. Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh. Okay, you've got quite a few. 3 to be precise. Yep. Now look. You have the Wren, which is the page of arrows. The page of arrows. The page of arrows is actually the page of swords, who I'm reminded of right now, who's, yeah, a little bit defensive and is very different from the Emperor, right? There's a different stance. And that's okay. Like a little bit defensiveness, a little bit like, it's almost like a continuum from the Five of Swords, right? Which is exactly that energy. Just like, ugh, I've had it. I don't care if I'm gonna be rude to someone right now. I'm such a good human being, kind of that type of a thing, and I'm trying every day to be very kind and have a good attitude towards everybody, and I'm really trying, and I've tried, but I want to have that break too. I want to feel like the Page of Swords. Sometimes I really want to just lash out a little bit, just for a second here, right? Tell them what I really think, that kind of a thing. The Wren is also denoting to that spirit that's watching over you, because that's the Wren. It's like that little inquisitor that's with you at all times. You may not perceive them all the time, but I would think that most of you here, Aquarius, are really aware of that presence, however small it may appear to you. They're there. It's interesting too, because we have winter in that card, but the lake hasn't frozen over yet. So what I'm just hearing, there's still some time. There's still some time. Whatever this means. Whatever this means, there's still some time. The water is to me always the emotional world. So it's kind of surprising that in this card, in this very reading, it's kind of surprising that the lake here hasn't frozen over yet. Or maybe it has just... Maybe it's the other way around. It's kind of like missing the point, because this is like a turnaround kind of an energy, and I'm getting that head fog again. It's really annoying because I have a really hard time focusing on your reading, and I hope it still makes sense because of that head fog. I'm not sure how much sense I'm making. So it's actually the opposite. It's actually turned around. You are perceiving like the wintry state this way, as I just described it, with the lake hasn't been frozen yet, but it's the other way around. Actually, this lake is starting to, like, the ice has already started melting, and you're not seeing it yet. Like, your time of winter, your time of head fog is over. It's starting to be over right now, and you haven't perceived it yet. And Spirit's kind of here to chirp in your ear ever so, not slowly, what's the word? Quietly, ever so quietly. Beep, beep, beep. Aquarius, Aquarius, beep, beep. It's the ice is already melting. It's already returning to a spring kind of a state here for you, and stability. Yeah, and stability is returning to you as well. Now this card seems utterly stable, actually. That's interesting. With that coming in, now it seems utterly stable. This always, like the Six of Vessels, it looks like, and it says reunion. So actually you could be coming back together, or make a reconciliation with someone here. And this could have been the relationship that you had to step back from just in order to gain clarity, or to just be with yourself and recharge your batteries. It doesn't have to be, though. It can just be your own oasis, creating your own oasis that gives you so much stability, and that'll bring back stability to your life, and you'll really feel it. It's like coming back on solid ground, really coming back on solid ground here. Yeah. I love this card. And see, we have two otters here. I think otters, they mate for life, if I'm not mistaken. It's really, really cool. And it's all about springtime, right? It's this beautiful oasis and springtime. You're in the forest. You have fully recharged. Yeah, and you've regained your stability. And for some reason, there's a misunderstanding about how fast this is going to happen, or that you actually, you know how children sometimes ask us when we're on a longer road, like, are we there yet? Are we there yet? Aquarius kept asking, are we there yet? And Spirit's always like, no, not yet. Not yet, Aquarius. Just come a little further. Just come a little further. And it's like you're at that point already where you past the half time already, way past the half time actually, and you just didn't notice that you're past the half time already. And you know how we start to speed up after that because we're so happy to come back home? That sort of a feeling when we're already past that. But you're not realizing again that you've passed that point already. So, but you'll feel it. You'll feel it picking up in pace. You'll feel it picking up in pace. And then you have, so funny, then you have the Ace of Bows, the spark of life, which is exactly that. Like, you're your own spark, because you won't be sitting around for long, right? You can definitely grant that to yourself, Aquarius, because you are not one for sitting around for too long anyways. You're so sparked, like, by your own fire, by your own light here. You know how to do this. Like, again, you can get through this no problem, actually. You just need to take that step back and relax a bit for the moment, because there's no danger in you not arriving at this destiny at all. Matter of factly, again, it is beneficial for you to take that step back right now so you can, like, run through the finish line. That's what I'm getting with this. That's what I'm getting. Plus, by igniting this fire down here, you call in support, right? By igniting your own fire again, because ouch, how weird. And now I'm getting burned by the candle. Oh man. So there's a lot of fire involved, right? A lot of, like, annoyance too in the whole thing. So I'd rather see this today as encouragement from Spirit to just step back, because you'll come back so much more recharged, and your flame is going to be lit so much because it's already lit. You just need to, you're too close to it. You need to take that step back, Aquarius. If that makes any sense, I hope that made sense. So you're calling in the support. All right, we'll definitely draw more Wildwood tarot cards for you here. Also more oracle cards. Hopefully get some channeling in as well from Spirit directly to get advice on your situation and how it continues and how it unfolds. Possible obstacles and definite solutions. So if you'd like, follow us over on Vimeo and Patreon. Links to both down below. If you would like to check them out, there's also a special discount on Patreon. If you become my Patreon, there's a 15% discount on private readings with me at any time, actually. So that's a really good deal, because should you choose the 40-minute private reading, it's basically Patreon for a month for free, right? So that's a really good deal. Go check that out. Links down below in the caption and description box. And I'll either see you over on Vimeo or Patreon or next time, my friends. Bye.